Hello, welcome to Computer Tech and More. Today we're going to be taking a look at me modeling up my future plans for it. I'm sorry, I'm filming the screen because the computer I'm using does not have OBS and I'm not able to film OBS on it. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But this is my plans for a noise chamber. What the end goal is if, or at least end goal that I can see right now, for if I get enough financial support, basically. I know I'm a small channel, I know I'm a small creator, but I do want to be able to give you all the best data I can, so I want to make a little noise chamber to make the noise testing much more consistent. So yellow inside is a desktop PC of the more or less a full tower, so Fractal Design Torrent, but a little bit taller but the length of it. So think 3 140s by even more than maybe 3 140s, like four 140s tall. So it would be a large computer case. And we can see that as I measure from there to the top, oh, that's not the top. Let's grab a edge in there and so we can see that I've got 4 inches of space between the top of this and where the top panel would be. I'm going to start hiding some things so that it's a little bit easier. So you can see that I put some labels on it. So this says fixed back. So this back panel is designed to not move at all, while this quote unquote front panel is designed to move. So there would be, I'm clicking on too many things. There we go. Hide. And hide. So there would be a full panel option for like fan testing. This would be the microphone. This is a 15-inch laptop, and then of course the desktop in there. So I can use the half panel for desktop so that air can escape, so it won't cause it to overheat. So if I do computer builders like Dell, HP, I don't know, Lenovo, that it won't cause overheating. And then I've got placement for 140 millimeter class fans where I estimate they would get placed so that things won't overheat. Let's go ahead and hide that panel. So the inside here, right there, this would be a foam. I would probably be using like the Elgato ones because they seem to be the best foam right now at a relatively affordable price because I want to reduce the echoes inside. And then we would have these nice thick panels, and these panels are 8 inches thick, or it's using a 2 by 8. Might have grabbed that. 2 by 8 size piece of wood. So, and then it would use a. It's not like it's similar to drywall in the sense that you put it on the surface of a wall, but it's designed to absorb sound waves. I forget exactly what it's called. But so that brings it up to 8 inches there, and then 2 more inches for the foam. So this would be a total of 10 inches thick to just block out the sound. And then of course, being mostly or entirely fully enclosed will completely isolate it in general. The foam to reduce all echoes. Fan testing would be placed there, and I'd have taped lines in there so that I have consistent measurements every single time. Same with the laptop. The laptop testing would be able to test flat on a wooden surface, so I'd have a panel piece of wood in there for the laptop to sit on, so it'd simulate it more properly. I would also have to be testing the laptop on a stand so that it was in an elevated position, and I'd test it with a fan underneath it if I ever get to that point. Desktops would be tested in or out of it, depending on if I'm doing noise test or just thermal testing. The point of this chamber is not to be fully testable for thermal testing. It's too small for that. Let me show you more detailed views now. So this is the top and bottom. So this is option 1 for the top panel. So this would be exhaust fans pulling air out, and then it would have an exhaust slip. The foam panels are not modeled in this, so there would be foam sticking out, and then it would just be a cutaway from that foam right there. I obviously did not model any of the layers in this section because it isn't a standard thickness, but it would have the same sort of rock wool on one area, and then it would have a different, like the blue jean type material, and then something else just crammed in there to fill in this 7.5 inch thick 2x4. It's not 2x4, 2x8, which is 7.5 inches thick, and then the panels on either side bring it up to a full 8 inches. Over here, let's hide a few things. Hide a few more things, hide that one, and you can see how I plan on moving the air through so that it's got no direct path. Let's go to the other option for the top and the bottom. So this is option 2. This goes lengthwise. This is the one I'd actually probably build, but it makes it a little bit more complicated to produce because of, well, the placement and adding in these extra structures. So 2x2s in there to support the 200 millimeter class fans. Let's hide some of the panels in here so you can see how I plan on layering things. So we do have the fans there. So again, everything is about making sure that there's no direct path for the noise. So the fans would be sucking air through here and out in the sides. So there'd be no reflected sides. And then the inside of here would be aligned with, I don't know, a thin foam or something like that. It would be fairly smooth, but that way it would have less reverberation and be sucking the air out. And you can see how these are 1x3 or 2x3s to support it without them going all the way through. So it does isolate the sound so it doesn't have a direct means of passing through it. This would be the floor module. So the desktop, I hope you can see these lines. So the desktop would be sitting there across a number of these posts to be properly supported, and then the laptop and fan positions with that. Let's see the right and left side. They're nicely modeled again. So vertical position, because this is going to be weight bearing, so the top, the bottom, and then we have this slit. This slot, slit, whatever you want to call it, is for the fans to push air in so that it just doesn't overheat. So again, I'm not conditioning the air that would go inside, but it would allow air to cycle in and out to try to create reduce thermal runaway inside of it. And being 200 millimeter class fans means that they spin fairly slowly for the amount of air they push in. So hopefully they'd be quiet enough. Let's hide a couple features on here so that we can get a look at. So this is the idea for how the air would come in. This is the 1x3. It would come up, be supported there. So even better for air pushing in, where it's got less of a straight line path than the air coming out, just because I think in general you're going to find more noise of the fans pushing air in than sucking it out, so that became more important. Next generation, this would be a second doubling of the panel sitting out here, and I'd move the fans further out, yada yada yada, so that would be even twice as thick. And then we got the multiple types of materials being wedged in here to isolate the sound. And then the last one would be the front and the back panels. So this is the front panel with its half panel, and then the back panel. So the front panel is shaped differently because it slots in differently with the two different options. Again, properly supporting the roof of it. And well, that's really it. So I guess this is my way of saying I'm serious. This is where I want to go with this channel. I've designed what I want to be able to build. Building this sort of noise isolating chamber is probably on the order of around $1,000. All materials included, like rock wool and the wood and cutting and screws and everything like that. But this would get me a lot cleaner noise isolated data. But to go along with this, I also need better instrumentation. So if you like what I'm doing, note that I'm planning it all out. I have my future ideas in place. So I appreciate the support. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. If I don't know if you want to know what else I'm planning on doing with this. I don't know. I don't really know what questions you may have. So ask away. I'll answer what I can answer. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day. and joining me on Computer Tech and More.